Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create a little bit of stuff over these shapes. Look, I have these shapes that are around the whale. They have a start. Here is the start of the shape. You can break it. I'm going to break it with break. Break. And I am going to create with a plane something a little bit tricky. Okay, I have here the plane. I'm going to add more vertices to this plane in this edge. I'm going to select with poly select some vertices. These vertices, no, they are on the side. I want them from the front view. Here is the front view. I will select this line of vertices, and I will turn on this soft selection option. I will lower the file value to 0, and from there I will start to increase it till it reaches almost the end of the object. And here I will add a wave modifier. The wave modifier will help me to create a wave. Here is the length of the wave. A wave here. So I have this already done. Maybe I can lower a little bit both amplitudes. There they are. And I can put this on the border of this. Look how I'm going to do it. First I'll make a copy of this because maybe I will need to go back and maybe try to change it a little bit. I need the z-axis, the local z-axis of this object to go through this straight line. I need the z-axis to go through this straight line. I'm going to accomplish this by creating a new box. I will create here a new box. The z-axis is facing upwards. I will snap not the center, actually, the pivot point of the object, to these vertices. And I will rotate it 90 degrees from its pivot point also. From the pivot point, I will rotate it 90 degrees. Now, this object has the right z-axis, but this one it doesn't. It's going upwards. So I'm going to take this cube and I will put an edit poly over it, and I will attach the previous shape. I have it attached there. Now I can delete the box in the sub-object, polygon, element polygon. I will select the box and delete it. There we go. Now I have the original shape, but its local axis, it's no longer facing up. Now it's aligned with the straight shape, with this one, okay? Why I did this? Because now I can select this object and put a path deform world space modifier, pick this path and move it to the path. And look how this object will match the shape of this. I can twist it or maybe rotate it so it rotates everything. Look, and I have it here. I can stretch it so it matches the start. Actually, I will need to stretch it backwards, so I will put this in 100, and now I will stretch it till the start. There I have it, and there it is. Look, it's what I have here is I have made these things around the model. Okay, so I'm going to do this using this shape, the original shape here. I'm going to do this again for the whale and for this object. Okay, look how it finishes. Okay, Maybe I can increase the length of this for the whale, or maybe I can increase it a little bit for this. Maybe this one can use the same one. I will do it again. Just create it. I will create a box here, and I will align the pivot point of this to this vertex. I will rotate it 90 degrees, and then I will attach with an edit poly. I will attach, selecting the box, I will attach this object. I delete this object, and now I'm ready to put a path deform modifier over the object called box and pick the path and move it to the path. So I put 100% here, and I can stretch it to match the object. Okay, so I'm hoping this gets clear. Since I have done it 2 times, I will do it outside the screen for the whale, because it needs to be bigger. If it needs to be bigger, I just need to make bigger this object. Okay, so I'm going to make the plane longer. Maybe this is right, maybe a little bit more. Okay, I will do it. Maybe you want to see how to make it, to be able to make it. And I will increase these segments. I will select with the poly select the vertices in the front view. I will select these vertices all along. I will put the wave, there we go. And then I am going to do exactly the same. I will copy it before everything. I will select a box. I will align it to this vertex. Let me get closer. From the pivot point to this vertex, I will rotate it 90 degrees. So the z-axis is facing this direction. And I will attach with an edit poly, I will attach the waves. I can delete now in the subobject element, this element. And once again, I will put the path deform, world space modifier, pick the path of the whale, move the path over here, and maybe here I will need rotation again, 90 degrees, 180 degrees, there we go. I have it here, look, it's here, rotate it, and I can now once I have it here, I can move it. It's already fitting the overall shape of this whale. That's very strange. I thought that I would need to move it a little bit. Oh, but that's right. That's because I didn't break the whale shape. That's why it's working very easy. Okay, so I'll just leave it here. You don't need to break. It's easier if you don't break. Okay. Maybe I can weld the lines now that I have already break. Anyway, so that's all I need to do to create this. I hope this gets clear, and if you have any questions, do not hesitate to contact me, okay?